can't be doing this. This isn't an option. It's so beyond irresponsible. It's borderline disgusting. Their lives matter, and they did not have a choice to be brought into this world. It's time to grow up and be a parent.
My name is Amy. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Kammel, Texas, and this is Financial Audit.
What are you doing clean for a living?
I work in Austin at a car manufacturer.
So commute? Okay. At a car manufacturer. Oh, yes. A car manufacturer. I wonder who that is. Okay. And what's your position at a car manufacturer?
Just a production associate.
Okay. I think we had someone recently in that position on the show. It's interesting because it's such a big plant, this mysterious manufacturer, that there's just so many like people that work here. That's a pretty far commute.
Well, they actually have shuttles, so I don't have to
cool.
waste money on gas.
That's good. Well, okay, then that's going to bring up a big question later because you stop at a gas station every second in your life. But, okay, whatever. Spoiler alert. So, what are we making in this position currently? How long have you been there?
I've been there for probably about 7 months now, and I make about $35,000 to $40,000.
$35,000 to $40,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this hourly?
$22 an hour.
Okay. How many hours a week do you get?
40.
Now, how did $10,000 come in last month?
I got my IRS, the tax refund.
Is this because of the child tax credit?
Yeah.
Because you have children?
Yes.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3.
3 kids. Ages?
The oldest is 2, and then I have twins, and they're 1 year old.
So you got such a big refund because of them. I'm sorry, I am going to put you on blast at the beginning. Sometimes there's like a nice little warm intro and stuff, but I mean, I have to be curious. You spent it all. If you make like $35,000 a year, it's like those child tax credits and things that have come back to you, you'd think would be used to subsidize, you know, taxes based on your income, based on everything that's kind of there for you to exist.
Yes.
You blew it all.
Yeah.
What the happened?
So when I got the child tax credit, the $10,000 refund, I essentially meant to pay my mother-in-law back for...
Mother-in-law back?
Yes.
You're married?
No. I mean, she's like, I'm dating my boyfriend. We've been dating for 5 years now.
Okay.
I just call her that.
Sure.
Yes.
What do you owe your mother-in-law for?
So she, whenever, back in like 2019 or 2020, I had racked up credit card debt, and she had actually offered to pay it. And so she loaned me $6,000, and I paid her back for $4,000 of it when I got the tax credit.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I'm not like, ooh, okay, let's consolidate debt. Let's go through bankruptcy. Let's go do all this. Let's have someone else cover the debt until we fix our behavior problems, because you are in debt.
Yes.
You did not learn from that. You didn't fix what caused you getting into it in the first place before you cover, but you didn't pay her back.
No, not the full amount. I still owe her $2,000 for that.
You went on a trip. On a trip. Come on. I know. Don't lie. You went on a trip and spent all the money.
Yes.
In Dallas.
I only meant to spend about like $1,000 to $2,000, and then I just kind of like.
But if that money is there to support you through the taxpayers, essentially, is kind of how it works. Spending it on vacation makes sense?
Not when I have debt.
Okay, why'd you do it then?
I just wanted to go do something fun, because I don't usually have the money to go out and do much of anything. Like I can maybe go.
But you didn't either way. That was provided for you to survive.
Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't have gone, but I really just wanted to do something fun for once.
You spent $1,600. $1,600 of what was meant for you to survive, essentially given to you through other people's pockets. Like, fine, okay, that's the system, whatever. On Target. At Target. The did you get at Target? $1,600 in a month, my dude.
So Target, yeah, I have a really bad habit of going into Target and just seeing.
Yeah, that's $1,600 is certainly a bad habit.
And just seeing a lot of things for like my kids and stuff. And yeah, I went a little crazy.
But even still, okay, fine. Let's say you get the credit. And it's meant for you to survive all that good stuff. Okay, take care of the kids, sure. But then you spent it.
Yes.
But that's not even how this looks. You still owe people money.
Yeah, I still
Why are you allowed to treat yourself if you owe other humans? Not even just institutions. Your mother-in-law money.
I mean, she had told me to go on the trip. I don't think she knew that I was gonna like. I mean, I didn't even know I was gonna spend it all. So.
Okay, so work for a car manufacturer. Money coming in normally. Let's see. I want to see what actually came in through payroll. $2,000. Is that normal?
It was when we were getting overtime, but now I'm getting about 1,000 for every paycheck.
No. 2,000 came in
for a month. Okay, then yes, that's regular.
It's like $24,000 a year, not.
Well, it's only 1,000 because I do have money taken out for my 401k for the stock program.
I know, not much. How much?
Altogether for the 401k and the stock program is 25%.
25%?
Yes.
How does that make sense? Is it getting matched up to 25%?
No, so my 401k is 50% of the first 6%, and then for the stock program,
your first debt.
15%.
Your first debt is 12%. Your first debt is 12%. If it's going into the overall market, best hope is like an average of 10%, which is like the S&P 500. You're losing that. That doesn't make sense. How is 25 going to investing when you can't even pay your bills? Doesn't make sense. Okay, spoiler alert. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Because what upsets me is this. You're borrowing from Dave.
Yes.
Dave. Payday advance, almost like micro payday loans.
Yes.
But we're contributing 25% to our 401k. Trust me, I want you to.
It's 10% for the 401k, and then for the ESPP, it's 15%.
What are the extra benefits on top of either of those? So are you do you get the stock at a discount?
Yes.
Okay, what is the discount? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head.
And having that much of your portfolio in a single stock, which is a volatile stock, related to this car company?
Well, when because I did the stock program a few months ago, and it was doing okay at the time. I knew it was risky.
Yeah, because it's a singular stock.
Yes.
A volatile one, yes.
But I got talked into doing it. So by my lead.
Yeah, because they want more people balanced. Okay. So how'd you get into all this debt in the first place? Before we start going into it, what does it look like? What does your life look like right now?
So the first credit cards I got, I like the same mistake that a lot of people do. I did it to raise my credit score. The first credit card I took out, it was the $3,000 limit one. And I was probably like 16 at the time. So I spent it really stupidly. And I've actually paid it off a few times, like in full. But then each time I would just rack it up again.
Yeah, what do you rack it up with?
Just random purchases. Stuff that I don't really...
Buddy. You have 3 kids.
Yes.
You have 3 young kids.
Well, I didn't have them at the time.
But we can't be doing that anymore. Yes. And you're not doing what's required to pay this off. Your spending's insane. $1,500 on at Target? Yeah. Non-necessities at Target? That $10,000 could have changed your life.
Yeah. You
could have paid off this car loan. That's a joke.
For the Scion car loan?
If that's what this car is, sure.
Oh,
I'm assuming that's what this car is.
Yes.
Yes, 2016 Scion IA.
Okay, yes.
Which is worth... wow! To extra confirm, that is the value of the Scion? It only has 22,000 miles?
Not the Scion, the Mazda does.
You have 2 cars?
Yeah. So the Scion, I was going to trade it in. But my mom, her car is 20 years old. And so she offered to take over payments, which she has been doing. And so she's paying on the Scion.
Well, for a second, I thought it was worth $15,000 and I thought we were about to have a party, but never mind. Okay, so the Scion. Scion here, we have a balance of $6,051.87 at a 72-month term, which is bad, and a You're past due. How are we contributing 25%? 25. How are we contributing 15% to employer sponsored? How? If we're past due on a car payment, the cheap car. How are we spending $1,500 in a month at Target when we can't pay our car?
So that was like in the in-between stages of like when I was trying to get a new car and then my mom wanting to take over my car.
You still pay your bills? What do you mean?
I should have.
Why didn't you?
I just didn't take responsibility. I mean,
But why?
I don't know. I just like when I went to Dallas, I just kind of like didn't really.
Dallas? What are you talking about?
2 or 3 days.
It's not on 2 or 3 days, and like your life goes to because you disconnect for 2 or 3 days. Your automation and organization's that bad. Well, everything collapses in 2 to 3 days.
I had my boyfriend and my mom with me on the trip to Dallas and the kids, but nobody else was getting paid at the time because my mom had just started her new job, and my boyfriend wasn't. Well, because I had to pay for everything for everybody.
Oh, then you don't go on the trip. You're not in the position. You make $25,000 a year net.
Yeah.
I would love you to go on vacations. I want everyone to go on vacations. It's not about that. It's about you have 3 children. You're taking payday loans out.
Yeah.
You're missing car payments. We don't go on trip. And we don't pay for other people on trip.
I mean, once I started watching your show after that, and that's when I kind of started to like really feel pretty guilty about that.
Before we continue with the video, I want to take a moment to remind you that investing is something that is absolutely necessary in order to secure your financial future, which is why it's so important to start investing early so that you can grow with your portfolio. And lucky for you, Moomoo is the perfect platform to help you grow into a seasoned investor. Like other platforms, Moomoo has a super intuitive user interface that is super easy to use. But unlike other platforms, Moomoo offers a suite of research and analysis tools. And while other platforms charge a premium for this quality data, Moomoo doesn't charge a dime. And now that Moomoo has launched fractional shares, you can easily budget investing into your daily life, consistently buying into your favorite stocks and ETFs each and every week, which in turn limits long-term risk, something that is seriously important to me. And in light of it being earnings season in the stock market, Moomoo has boosted my new user promo from 7 free fractional shares to 10 shares, giving you a $50 head start in the stock market. All you have to do is make a qualified deposit, and if you already have an investing account, don't you worry, because you can transfer those funds over without incurring any fees, and you can earn up to $300 in cash rewards. It's time to take control of your money. Moomoo, thank you for supporting our channel. Now let's get back to the episode. Well, now you owe $572.
Yeah, but I'm hoping like the stocks, that the money that I've invested into the stocks that
you're gonna sell out.
Well, no, not yet. But I'm also looking for a second job right now.
No. That doesn't answer the question. You're missing a payment. What are you gonna do to pay it?
Oh,
I mean, selling stocks would be an option. I don't like it, but
the car, like the payment has been made now. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's no longer late.
So 200. Has your mom taken this over?
Yes, she is, and she
legally.
I haven't signed the title over to her yet.
And what happens if she loses her job? It's gonna f your credit.
Yeah. But I mean, she works in a department because when people were getting fired, she works in a department that is still growing. And so they didn't fire anybody from her department. And so...
But you never know what can happen. All I'm saying is just get this over. Get her to take out, whether or not she's taking out her own loan or whatever. Like, you got to get out of this because this is risk to you.
Yeah, I mean...
And you clearly show that you can't make payments all the time.
Especially not with the new car payment that I have now.
You have to be an adult at some point. I know. Young mother. Not a single mother, but young mom of 3. You just got to grow up. if it's time to get that debt off of yours.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to work on. I mean, I know I'm not
trying to work on. What does that even mean? Been trying to work on?
Like last month, like I said, like I was just going like spending money, like acting crazy. But after that month, I really had a lot of like spending. What is it called when like spending regret? And
well, yeah, because you spent because you essentially got a check handed to you that equates a third of your annual income and you blew it all. Yeah, you better have some regret or else I'd be terrified. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That doesn't excuse things though. Like I could walk over there and punch Noah in his face like I should every single day. But even if I regretted it, doesn't mean it's okay. Like immediately.
Yeah.
Like 10 years later, sure, if I learn from it and stop punching him in the face, that's different, but.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, like the trip was really fun. I did have
I don't give a shit. You know what's fun? Watch your kids grow up and not have to see their mom worrying about money. That's stupid. Come on.
That's why I'm trying to also invest. Like, I'm hoping that...
But that doesn't make sense. Even... the S&P 500, 10% a year on average, up and down years combined. Overall stock market, 8%. That car that you haven't gotten rid of, over to your mom, is at 12%. So I don't get this investment thing. And then the other one that you're throwing the majority of your portfolio into is in a single stock, a risky stock, a stock that's volatile. Not a bad stock, but that's like your entire portfolio. So it doesn't even make sense. Like you can't weather the storm. Like your boat already has 10 holes into it. You can't weather a volatile singular stock storm. So
when you're using volatile, what is exactly
up and down dramatically? It's just like, whoa, it's a roller coaster. Not like the S&P 500. That's like, that stock, which will not be named for some reason at this point still, is more like, oh, like we're just going wild, you know? So like,
yeah, I mean, but it is gonna take, because there is a vesting period. And so I'm hoping like...
How? When?
I think it's like 3 or 4 years.
Oh, f*** off. And you just started 7 months ago?
Yes.
Oh,
because that's when I started working for them.
Kill me. It's okay. Just stab me in the neck right now. Okay.
I was hoping like the investing...
The tickets are... What are you getting? What shows are you going to?
We went to a Post Malone concert at the rodeo.
And that's more important than your children's future. Post Malone. Getting some secondhand cancer from him?
When you word it like that, no, but I did, like, because I haven't been able to do anything in a while. And so, like, when you get the chance to go do something.
You keep saying that. Go take a walk at a park. I know. You're right. That's called sacrifice. It's called being an adult. There was periods of my life when I was trying to get out of debt that I did not get to go experience those things. And guess what? Because I sacrificed, got out of it, now I can without even thinking. And that's before YouTube.
I mean, that's the goal that I'm trying to get to.
No, but you're not doing it through your actions. That doesn't make any sense. You don't go, oh, I haven't been able to do something in a while. Let me go blow $10,000 in a month and go see Post Malone. And I love Post Malone as much as the next dude.
It was a good concert.
Great.
It was a really good concert.
Yeah, and it was worth your children not having a college fund.
And we also got to go see the rodeo, like, before the concert.
The irresponsibility of it. It's just kind of gross because your kids are so young. I'm a little grossed
That's
out,
why I'm trying to fix it now.
But you're not. Do you hear your language? Do you hear the way you're talking?
Well, that's why I'm here, though.
I know that's why you're here, but do you hear what you're saying while you're here?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think it's being translated to you differently somehow.
Like I was saying, like I had my realization after we spent that trip in Dallas, and I said, I didn't mean to spend all that money, and then like when I saw that I had that regret, then I was like, okay, like I really need to do something about this.
And what have you done?
You
haven't done anything because I have your spending. I have everything you've done.
Yeah,
I haven't done anything. I'm not going to fix it for you.
No.
I'm going to give you a wake-up call, absolutely, and we're going to connect you with resources like our budgeting class and a lot of other things. I can get you a certification through Course Careers. I can get you a $20 a month, phone bill through Helium. I can do a lot of things for you. I can give you tools, but I cannot do this for you. You can do this.
You have what to do I need, this. Just like the wake up call. Because like when I'm looking at it. But you said you already had the regret. You went to Post Malone. You had the Post Malone post nut. Like, so you already had that clarity. But you've done nothing. You're waiting for me to do it? No, I'm not waiting for you to do it. I did because I do. Then you just say
it was fun. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun. Like, come on.
I regret it, but at the same time, I kind of don't.
What that shows me is someone that has that kind of language. I'll give you this. I'll give you the tools. I could even fund like an investing Moomoo account for you. I could give all these tools. I have access to all these resources to help you. Even if I'm sorry. Oh. Yeah. No matter what I do, I think with the language and the stuff you are saying, you get a fire lit under for a month, and then you go see whoever else is coming around town and finance those concert tickets.
Well, I actually have a doctor's appointment coming up to get back on ADHD medication.
I'm not going to let that be a cop out here.
No, I'm not trying to cop it. I'm just saying like the impulse spending and stuff is just because I don't have medication right now.
Well, you can fully justify it and like pinpoint it to that? Because I don't know. I just have to take your word on that.
Pretty much. I mean, I would say like a majority of it is because of that. Because it just like it causes me to.
Hey, Noah, you have ADHD more than any other human that's ever existed on this planet. Are you able to not spend?
I mean, I did go on your show and have $17,000 in credit.
But he fixed it. He fixed it. He came on the show with Fix It, and he fixed it.
Yeah.
Is a drug going to solve your problem? All your problems?
Well, I do just
have you been on it before?
No.
Okay, well, then you don't know.
I mean, I've heard like really good things about it.
No,
like,
sure, but it affects everyone differently, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would just have to test out like different medications. They have like a few different ones.
Yeah, but that doesn't fix responsibility, though, does it? Sure, so maybe behaviors and impulses, but does it fix like the borderline responsibility?
So one of
what you care about?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I really need is just like structure, and so I haven't.
ADHD medication more about focus and.
No, yeah, I'm saying like on top of the medication. Like if I were to take the medication, like I would also need outside stuff as well, like structure and like routine and something to like look at to like keep myself accountable.
Through yourself. Again, tools are good, and a lot of people need medication, and that is not inherently a bad thing. Again, what just concerns me immediately is like, you came here, you waited until coming here to fix anything. You're waiting until medication. You want all these things to fix you. You want all these things to fix you, instead of just sitting down and be like, I f***ed up. Let me actually course correct in my life.
I don't know how to really go about doing that.
Well, I'm going to give you a budget, and we're going to talk about that as we go through. You're also going to go through our budgeting class. Again, like I told you, like there's a lot of resources that people get for coming on this show, but relying on external factors for everything, you have to take control at some point. You have to be the primary caretaker of yourself at some point, because your life actually matters. Do you think your life matters?
Yes.
Okay, then you need to put some action behind that.
Yeah,
this Dave thing. How often do you borrow from Dave?
About every paycheck.
That's insane. How much are you borrowing every paycheck?
Just like 100, 125.
Why? So what's 125 going to do for you?
Well,
again, $1,500 in a single month in Target. So what is borrowing 150 for each paycheck going to do for you?
Since I'm not making a whole lot right now because of the money coming out of my check, like $100, I know it seems like really insignificant, but it actually...
No, it's not that it's insignificant. It's just with your spending percentages. It's like you blow that already.
I mean, but that was
Going out to eat, my dude, my friend, lovely lady, $834. $834. Is $150 the make or break for your life? No, it's your spending. It's your behavior. It's your discipline.
Well,
it's your lack of control. It's your lack of maturity.
Month,
it's your lack of understanding anything about basic personal finances and what you need to do in order to survive.
In a regular month, we don't really go out to eat that much.
I call bullshit. I call the hardest I've ever seen.
Like we do spend, and We do spend money on other like bullshit things, but I wouldn't say we go out to eat all that often, which is probably why. Which is probably why we went a little, crazy that month and spent $800 eating out, because it's not something that we do on the regular. I do buy groceries a lot.
Change your life. Someone making $25,000, $10,000 is beyond significant. And you blew it. You flushed it down the drain. You caught it on fire. And now you're back to borrowing $150 per paycheck.
Yes.
If you continue making this income and you continue filing as a single person, you're going to get another large child tax credit, most likely.
So I do have plans on getting a second job. Yeah. To get out of debt.
It's not even an option. But that's not your issue. It's your spending.
Well,
it's insane. You just blew $10,000. You were just given the gift of a lifetime, and you blew it.
Well, if I work a second job, I'm not gonna have a whole lot of time to go out and
trust me,
spending.
People find a way.
Especially not with my 3 kids.
Stop. How much do you owe to Dave currently?
$125.
Oh, good. 3 things in collections.
Yes.
So, which again, we could have just completely obliterated with what you got. What do you owe $4,005 for? $4,205.
It was that credit card that I had taken out when I was 16 for like the $3,000, and then
you are not a credit card person.
Yeah. So last year I had lost my job for 6 months.
Sorry to hear that. That's really hard.
And so
why did it take 6 months to find a job last year?
Well, I had stayed home with the kids and my boyfriend was working. And so, because I had a C-section and everything.
Okay.
And so I was looking for a job, kind of, but I wasn't like...
That's a strong kind of.
Yeah, it was like I was thinking about going to work, but I really didn't want to because I did want to spend the time with my kids.
You wanted to spend the time with your kids, you mean?
Yeah, I wanted to spend the time with my kids. Okay. And so
you just allowed your debt to go into collections? Is that what you're saying? Or what is the
I just kind of ignored them. Because I wanted to stay home. So I just kind of
wants. I wanted to go to Target. I wanted to go to Dallas. I wanted to just stay home.
I mean, it's important for me to stay home.
I agree. We could have done it in a much smarter way. Was it a whoopsie?
So my last job, the job I had before...
the kids.
Oh,
the most recent collection. It was planned?
The kids? Yeah.
Okay.
But we just didn't.
Then you should have been prepared. It's irresponsible not to be. Whoopsies happen. Yeah. And that's different. But if you plan this out, you really didn't plan.
We wanted one more kid, and then it ended up being the twins, so it ended up being 2 more.
I know, but either way, you had bills that you couldn't pay, and you would have to take time off of work to do what you wanted to do, which, again, I'm fully supportive of in general, but you come in with a plan, with savings. You were just allowing debt to go unpaid and fall into collections.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of what a responsible parent would do. Guys, this is super exciting because it's only for this week. Usually you get $5 for signing up for Acorns, but through me, typically you get $20. But for this week only, you get $40 by signing up for Acorns using my link in the description below. Once you make your first reoccurring qualified deposit, which is just investing for your future, you get the bonus of $40. It's literally extra money just for signing up. So I highly recommend it because, again, it only lasts this week. Sign up, link in the description below.
So when my thought process at the time was
live with the mom?
His mom. Yes.
Okay, so you have that extra safety net. So that helps. Do you pay rent to her?
$500 a month.
Okay. Well, that still brings your living expenses quite far down compared to the rest of the area. You could totally live.
Yeah.
What do you owe $663 for collections? What's that for?
It's another credit card.
Oh, good. And $652?
A credit card.
Okay.
So I think one of them is the credit one or Capital One. The other one is an Apple card, and then the other one is a USA credit card.
And why do you guys live with her? It's okay that you do, but I want to get why.
So my dad, he struggles a lot mentally. And my parents were getting divorced. He has PTSD and bipolar.
He lives with your mother-in-law, your dad?
No. So I'm saying we lived with my parents before. like my mom and my dad. And then
do these people want to be taking care of y'all? Both sets?
Well, we were paying stuff. Like, we weren't just like living for free.
No, I know, but you live with them in their space. Do they want that?
And they didn't. I mean, my mom was cool with it since we did have my one son at the time. Oh, my mother-in-law, I mean, she hasn't complained about it. Maybe they don't like us there. I don't really know. I mean, I don't think she's gonna like.
You can't afford your own place. Why are we having another kid planned?
I just don't have like a.
Are you gonna have more? Like
so look, when I got pregnant with my twins, we were living with my mom at the time. We weren't planning on leaving, but then my mom and my dad got divorced.
But if you could only afford to live with your mom, does it make sense to have another kid anyway? If you can't afford to live on your own, if you can't afford to give them their own place.
I mean, she was okay. Again, she was okay with us like living.
She was okay with it, but if you couldn't afford to be on your own, that's so risky. Again, it is not bad to live with them. It's not bad to live with what the grandparents would be. That's not a bad thing. That can be very helpful in terms of a family house when just getting started.
It was helpful when I needed my kids, which is great,
but you had to rely on that. If that did not work for whatever reason, you were bringing a kid into a situation where you couldn't afford to put a roof over their head.
Yeah, and it didn't work. So my dad and my mom got divorced, and my dad basically evicted us, even though I told him like I could help pay for like the mortgage and stuff.
What does the boyfriend do?
Right now he works at Papa John's.
How much does he make?
Well, his first paycheck, he just got it. He just went back to work. It was $380 for 2 weeks. But it was a
just
short.
Went back to work. Why was he?
He was in a car accident.
Okay.
And he messed his hand up pretty bad, and so
should be here. I know.
He couldn't really work because his hand was messed up pretty bad.
Yeah. Okay, but he's good now, and he's back to work.
Yes.
What should he make every other week? Not that you guys have legally combined things at all, anyway. But
I'm not 100%. I would probably like. From what I can remember, probably about like 500, which is still pretty terrible. Okay. But I mean, it's better than 0, which is what he was making before.
And now, well, this is 4,000, but you said in the conversation you owed your mother-in-law 2,000.
So I owed her 2,000 because I owed her 6,000. I paid her back 4,000, then 2,000 was left over. And she paid another 2,000 for the down payment on the new car that we have, so I owe her 4,000.
By the way, I was gonna ask about that because I don't see that unless I may have just lost the statement. So I wasn't aware of this special little car. What is the mother? This is the mother-in-law. Is there no father-in-law there?
There's it's his mom and then father-in-law or
his
stepdad.
What is their financial situation in general? Just general.
They're doing pretty good. I mean, I don't know like the numbers and stuff, but
because I don't want you, because like you're relying on them could be putting a burden. It's because they're not gonna let their grandkids like starve and go live under a bridge, get taken by child services. It's like that's not what they're gonna do. And you doing all this is putting a big burden on them potentially.
Yeah. So
and depending on their financial situation, that could be really rough.
We don't like borrow from them for like groceries and stuff. We always manage to just like work it out.
Yeah, but you borrowed a lot of money for them in general.
Yeah.
Which don't get me wrong, when I was younger, now I was more like 21, I borrowed a down payment on a car for my grandparents, and then that was the first debt I paid back because I was like, this is insane that I just borrowed money from my grandparents. Like, oh my gosh, gross. And that's when I was first starting to learn about personal finances, and I paid that back as soon as I could.
Yeah, I mean, because my car key for the Scion that we had talked about, the car key, I only had one and it had broke. And so my car, I wasn't able to use it for about like 6 or 7 months because that's during the time that I was unemployed. So I couldn't afford to get it fixed. And
so what happens if something tragic happens and these people are not here to support you guys anymore? Like, what do? You're relying on them for everything, for money, for a roof over your head. Because you're not going to get a $500 rent for the space that, you want or need for the 3 kids and you and your boyfriend. Like, what are you going to do? What is the plan here? No offense, doing all that you've done and the money you've had to borrow and leaning on all these people, I would be guilty. I would feel guilty beyond belief that I just went and blew $10,000. I would feel so disgusted and terrible with myself.
Yeah. And
again, I don't want you to feel like terrible and spank yourself, but I'm just like giving like my true honest thoughts of how I would feel, because you are leaning on everyone. And then the moment that you got a little bit of something, which came from the taxpayers because of your situation, because you're very low income, and then also the child tax credits, you then just went and blew it on Target and food and all this extra stuff. So do you feel guilty?
Yes, I do. I should have paid back the full $6,000 before I even considered going on the trip. And I mean, I shouldn't have gone on the trip anyways. I mean, like I said, I don't super regret it. It was fun. I did enjoy my time there.
I know.
But with the money that I spent, I wish I had been smarter. Could have
been a college fund. Could have been paying off debt. Could have accelerated your retirement. Could have been. Do you have an emergency fund?
No, I do not.
But you have 3 kids.
Yes.
3 kids and no emergency fund is scary.
I just know how to save for with the money that I make right now.
Did you really just hit me with that? A literal check, $10,000 hit your account.
Yes.
10,000, dude. I would be just going wild if $10,000 just showed up in my account.
Which is what I did, but not in a good way.
Yeah, I would be like, "Oh, sick, S&P 500, let's go, baby." Obviously, we have different interests in where our money goes.
Yeah, I wasn't really I hadn't known anything about investing at that time. I just recently started learning about it, and so I didn't really care to put it in anything.
Because you make so little, what happens if you miss rent, by the way? What if you can't pay the $500 to the parents? What happens there?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't missed it, so I'm not quite sure what they would do.
Okay, so you owe $4,000 to her. I'm assuming there's no interest on this $4,000 to her?
No interest.
Okay, and is there like a minimum monthly payment that you've agreed upon?
There was before I got the new car.
Before the new car. Okay, tell me about this new car, because I don't see it.
It's a Mazda. It's a 3-row.
Year?
A 2018.
Okay.
And
Mazda
the monthly CX-9. The monthly payment on it is $665.
What the are you talking about? What the are you possibly talking about? Buddy, you're bringing $2,000 a month.
Yeah, it's a big car payment.
Is it?
But I needed the space for my kids because
you could have got something a little older.
A little older, yeah, but I wanted something reliable.
Of course, and you get it mechanic. You take it to a mechanic you trust, and you get it signed off. In if a car dealership won't let you, then you say, okay, I'm going somewhere else. How long did you?
I didn't know you could do.
How long did you look for a car?
Maybe about a month.
And how frequently in that month? Like once a weekend?
I didn't actually.
34% of your income.
I didn't look at a whole lot of cars. I just mostly looked online.
There it is. Well,
I mean, in person. Online, I did look at a few good.
But I would have just got a minivan, some 2008 minivan.
Yeah, I didn't know you could get it checked out by a mechanic before you purchased.
Okay.
That is one thing I didn't know.
What's the debt?
It was $26,000.
What is it now? What's the debt on the CX-9?
It's $26,000.
That's insane. That's more than you bring in net a year. That's absolutely disgusting. That's beyond disgusting. That's beyond insane. And what's the interest rate on this debt?
23%.
You actually?
Yeah.
That's insane. That's beyond insane. That's insane.
It's a really big.
How are you smiling? I'd be smiling my way through it too, girl. I'd be. That's insane. How the did you fall into this? Oh, girl, you got sold. You got sold hard.
I don't know a lot about cars.
Yeah, but what about the boyfriend? What about the stepdad? What about the stepmom? What about mom?
I didn't really
it's not like you don't have people. You didn't ask them? You have people in your corner. You lean on them for literally everything else. Why not? What?
Because it's the car. After I looked at all these cars, it's the one that I thought was best. And
it's the one you wanted.
Yeah, it's the one I wanted.
It's the one you wanted.
Because
there it is.
I did
ding, ding, ding.
I wanted a Kia Carnival, actually.
Also, you work for a car company anyways.
The Kia Carnival is the one that I actually want, but those ones are like 30, 40,000. So
stop. The car's worth $17,000, by the way. Yeah. So you're negative $11,000.
That's a lot of money. And I do have, and I don't know exactly what it means, but I do have accounts that are closed. I don't know if I'm able to pay those or.
Yes, you still owe the money. What? How much? Where? Why? What?
Can I look at my Credit Karma real quick?
Yes.
Okay. I don't remember exactly.
Speaking of her Credit Karma score, if you want your Hammer financial score, it's free in the description below. If you want to be on the show, by the way, go to calebhammer.com/apply. You need a good screaming at to fix your situation. Tough love approach. This one's blowing my mind, though.
Yeah. So the closed accounts, it says that. Okay. So the Apple Card I thought was in collection. Are you
actually? Are you kidding me? Are you? Are you? There are 5 debts that we didn't even know about. There are 5 debts we didn't even know about.
I thought they'd be in collections because
they're not yet. I don't know. This is it's getting less from just outrageous to just sad. USAA, you still owe $3,383 on what was a credit limit of $3,000.
Yes, that was from the interest that racked up when I was unemployed.
Again, you went and did the whole bang bang birth without a plan of any kind. We're just like, let's do it. Kids are fun. Woo. Oh yeah, you didn't make a payment all throughout 2023 or half of 2022 and nothing in 2024 so far. That's great. This is fantastic. Okay, it's gonna come across as rude because I don't think there's anything people take more personal than when it talks about raising kids and stuff like that. I mean, how are your kids ever gonna learn anything good of managing their own finances if this is what their mom is doing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know. I mean, obviously, like, I know you have to pay off your credit cards
but
if you
haven't made payments, including the Apple Card, which is at $843 on a $750 limit.
Yeah, and so I am trying to be, and I know, like, I know you're gonna come back on this, but with the 401k and the college savings fund that I started for them and everything, it's like baby steps to try and start.
That's first of all, if we're talking baby steps, let's talk Dave Ramsey. He doesn't even think you should take a 401k match when paying off debt. You know, like, I disagree with that because it's 100% return on your money. But even that, like, you're going beyond backwards. The last thing you start doing is saving up for a down payment on a home and investing. You're like 10 steps ahead. You're not baby stepping. You took a giant leap, and now everything else behind it is just catching up. All the stairs are falling behind you.
And that's part of me just, like, not really.
There's another USA card
about finances. Because I thought that these.
Yeah, and most people don't. And then they teach themselves and they learn. But you just. You self-confessed, but you self-confessed that you knew you at least should make your payments, and you didn't even do that. So that's not just ignorance. You knew that, and you chose not to do that. And you put your other things over that. That's not knowing about finances.
Yeah,
that's acting like a child.
I ignored them.
Thank you. Some honesty. $603 on another USA card with a $500 limit. Verizon. A closed Verizon account, $914. Yes. Okay, you're not a credit card person. If you're going to use a card, use the Fizz card because at least it acts like a charge card but increases your credit. It's like you can't overspend.
So that was actually my old phone bill. Like, part of, I think it was like 2 months worth.
I bet. Oh, upgrade. You have enough upgrade.
Yeah, that was a $5,000 loan.
Oh, it's at 0.
Yeah, I don't know why it said 0.
Oh, it looks like this one was sold off to collections. That's why. Yeah, but I don't think it's hit your account yet as collections. I think it looks like it will soon. Sorry, I instinctively swipe down on your notifications because when I'm done with anything, I swipe down on my notifications.
I don't have anything.
I'm not like, what's going on here? Are you open to getting rid of your 3-row?
If That's the best option.
Might be because you can get the single row 3-kid car seat. They're like the same. They're all like the same age. One's 1 year older.
I just, with my car having been sitting there for so long, which is probably like more than half a year now, I just don't know if there's going to be
That's going to be more
problems.
that's going to be less than $20,000 or whatever. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to have all that money. Well, no. It might be.
If you're not going to have all the money, how are you going to have a $669 minimum monthly payment? How is 34% of your income going to go to that? It could be
more than $600, depending on what's wrong with it.
Ongoing?
No.
For 7-8 years.
But I do need a car like
at 23%. Are you kidding me? Just take it to a mechanic tomorrow. Do you work 7 days a week?
No.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, I could. But the key, like
sending out Cash App money. This is your Cash App. Going to Target. Going to a store, getting some bullshit. A loan repayment through Cash App. Is this a Cash App loan?
Yes.
Okay, we're Cash App loaning. We're sending out money via Cash App. We're sending out $2,000 via Cash App. That's probably to the mom. And then, Cash App loan repayment. Cash App out $200. Cash App out $2,000. Cash App out $30. Cash App out $970. Cash App loan repayment. Cash App loan repayment. Cash App loan repayment. Cash App loan repayment. Cash App out $20. Cash App out $20. Cash App out $23. Cash App out $40. Cash App out $200. Cash App loan repayment. What are you paying for on OnlyFans?
That was my boyfriend. We already talked about it.
How'd that go?
He hasn't done it since, so.
Well, that's $26. Cash App loan repayment. Cash App out $17. Cash App loan repayment. Yeah, I don't think we're jerking it to OnlyFans when we have Cash App loan repayments every 2 seconds of our lives.
I mean, those are my repayments.
I know, but it's on the same account still.
Yes.
Cash App, and I love the fact he used your money for it. That's funny. Cash App out $20. Cash App loan repayment. Cash App out $20. Cash App out $15. Cash App loan repayment. Cash App loan repayment. Cash App loan repayment. Okay. Then that's the Cash App. And then there's also fees on there and bullshit. And yeah?
Yeah.
So that's how much you go to Cash App right now?
Right now, $125.
So you do the same thing. You take $150 from Dave, $125 from
Well, $125 from Dave too.
So you keep just these micro little payday loans?
Yeah.
From everywhere?
Yeah. So like when it gets
again, $900 on going out to eat.
That was when I had extra money though.
Yeah. Let's go out to eat all that time. Let's go to Target that many times when we're negative $4.12 and our USA checking account. We started negative $79.
Yeah, so
I don't think we're going inside getting some bullshit vending machine. I don't think we're going. The kids' activity program's great, but they're also one and they don't know anything.
Well, my other son, he's turning 3 soon. He's a little bit more aware of what's going on.
Panda Express was certainly not doing that if we're negative at the beginning and end of the month. Oh, there's the StubHub from the Klarna. Oh, dropping 2,000.
Well, that was for the repayment.
223 at Target. Going to store, getting some bull. Paying for ad-free Spotify. I don't think we do that when we literally have negative money. Chick-fil-A. Going inside, getting some bullshit. No, it's the vending machine. Vending machine. A toy store. There's some Dave. Vending machine. Toy store. Dallas World Aquarium, right? Airbnb. Okay, that's awesome.
We needed somewhere to stay in Dallas.
Yeah, I don't think you needed to go to Dallas. Going into 7-Eleven, getting some keto bull. Uber Eats. We're really not Uber eating when we're negative money. Are you kidding me? Holiday Inn, McDonald's, Holiday Inn, concessions, In-N-Out, vending machine, concessions. Uber Eats, Wendy's. This just keeps going. Toy store. Concessions, toy store. Go inside, getting some. Okay, what is this? Why'd you stop it? I'm thinking these are like usually gas because it's $30, $31, $29, but they're all on the same day. You're not filling up your take 3 times in one day.
No, it might be
not even driving to Dallas would.
Because my boyfriend vapes, so it might have been him buying a vape at the gas station.
Do you guys share the same checking account?
No, he just has access to my card.
Why?
Because we've been together for so long, so I just...
Yeah, but it's like not contributing anything to the household.
Well,
and he's spending... Again, your negative money.
This is when
you're allowing him to go spend $90 on vapes?
This is when he wasn't working. And so...
It's even better to go spend $99 on vapes and lubing it up.
Yeah, I've told him before to quit, and I know it's difficult to quit.
It is difficult to quit. I'm just saying he's spending on a money with nothing, on a card or in a bank account with no money, like negative at the beginning and end. It's not just about the vaping. It's like someone who's not contributing anything, spending money on an account that has no money. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Dallas World Aquarium. We're back. We're back. We went back again. The fish weren't good enough the first time. Uber Eats, Klarna.
Oh, well, one of the transactions from the...
Target. And we know your Target's not real. Chinese restaurant, Rock and Brews. Oh, World Aquarium.
It might have been merchandise. Because we bought tickets, but we also bought merchandise there.
Holiday Inn. We're back, baby. Target. Bull. Target. Bull. Target. Bull. Go inside gas station, getting some bull. Something. $50 is something. Money line. Oh, smoke shop. We're back. Do you smoke?
No, I don't.
So he spends hundreds of dollars on your checking account? Good, man. So you're like, yeah, you lean on people around you, but he extra leans. Okay.
Yeah, we've had a lot of conversations about it. I just don't think I'm getting anywhere.
Couples therapy. Vending machine, Target, vending machine. This is going to end my entire existence. Going inside, getting some bullshit. PlayStation Network, great. Is that also him?
Yes.
Awesome. That's great. Kendra Scott. BB Diner. Target. Vending machine. More smoke shop. It's expensive every single time. It's almost $70.
Yeah.
More StubHub, Klarna. Vending machine. This vending machine's insane.
It's because they're at my job. And so I just like snack a lot throughout the day. I know I should get them from the grocery store.
I should get them from the grocery store.
I just like don't.
Oh.
I don't know. Like
that's a good reason.
I go grocery shopping and then I forget about it. And then when I get to work, then I'm like, oh, I want a snack. So then I just get a snack. Because I forgot to pack something or buy it or whatever.
PlayStation Network, Six Flags. What are we doing? You were trying to just live that bougie life, dude.
We got annual passes back when they were having Fright Fest. And
stop! You can't afford annual anything. Portfolio recovery.
So that's one of the accounts and collections that I'm currently paying on now.
That I didn't see?
No, it's in collections. It's one of the...
It's another one that I did not see.
No, it's one of the ones you did see.
Which one?
Let me see real quick. Where's this? Do you have the statement?
Oh. It's a whole pile of insanity. I don't know.
It's one of the $600 ones, I believe.
How much is the payment?
$105 for every 2 weeks until it's paid off.
So $300 a month.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, 105?
Every 2 weeks.
Okay, 105. I heard 150. AT&T is $230.
Yeah. So it's me. So my mom, she does pay half of it because we're on it together.
It's phone?
Yes. It's 2 phones.
No. More AT&T. $302 there. $500. Over $500 at AT&T.
It was my boyfriend's, but
this guy.
His mom paid me back for it. Because that's, like I said, that's when he wasn't working because of the car accident. But she did
vending machine.
Pay me back.
Vending machine. Vending machine. Vending machine. Vending machine. Vending machine. PlayStation Network again. My vending machine. Uber. And we started negative. We ended negative. But we did all that. That's insane. Because we had to get a little snack 4 times a day. $4 in our checking account. It's just, I wouldn't actually, like, yes, I'd be upset at the debt. But usually I'm just more upset at the debt. But I am actually upset more at the person in this case because you 3 infants. It's just like, you can't be doing this. This isn't an option. It's so beyond irresponsible. It's borderline disgusting. I'm being candid. I know that's harsh.
Yeah.
But it is.
I mean, it's the wake-up call that I need.
Their lives matter, and they did not have a choice to be brought into this world. So it's time to grow up and be a parent. $5 in checking. Great. $3,000 in a certain stock for the business. Work out. And then an education savings plan. Is this for your kids?
Yeah.
$200 again doesn't make sense, dude. You have a 23% debt. That's not going to compete with that in any world.
I wanted to have a savings account for them, so that's why
that.
I opened it.
No, I get that, but it's not. Your 23% car debt is beyond worse than that. It's not going to compete with that, just mathematically in the end.
I mean, so I don't really like think that. Like, I don't really understand any of that.
Okay,
so
what part
like
do you not
when
understand?
when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh, like they need a savings account. So then I open it, but I'm not really thinking about like the interest rate on the car at the same time. I'm just thinking like they need a college savings account. So then I just
if you had like a tax advantage college savings account, maybe that was. I didn't even look because there's only a couple $100, so it didn't really matter.
It's a 529.
Okay, great. So with that, like, let's say you have it invested. Again, I'm just going to use the stock market. I'm just going to say the stock market.
Okay.
Up and down since the beginning, it has averaged 8% growth.
Okay.
So if you have it invested in that, it will grow at an average of 8%. The percentage on your car that is being taken away from you from your overall balance on a yearly basis is 23%. So just tell me which one's bigger, 23 or 8?
23.
Okay. So which one makes sense to tackle first?
23%.
Does that make a little more sense?
Yeah.
And I really, that's a very oversimplified version.
But
that's still how it works. Okay, but that's kind of how it works. Okay?
Okay.
So that's your investing, and that's this savings account.
Yes.
So this car is worth, again, 17,000. You owe 26. So really, if we just did like a $10,000, oh wait, no, you have that other car though.
Yes, I do. It's still at the house.
You don't even know if anything's wrong with it. You're just afraid since it's been sitting that.
Yeah, I haven't actually gotten it checked out yet.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you $250, and I want you to use that to go get the car checked out.
Okay.
You're going to use that to go get the car checked out. What you're going to do in that situation, they will try to sell you on a lot of things. Like, like just bring someone who knows the most minimal thing about cars.
Okay.
Even just the best you have. Just make sure they're with you so you don't just get completely sold, because they can take advantage of you.
Okay.
Because I don't think you have a trusted mechanic at this point.
No.
It sounds like. Okay.
Well, I mean, my uncle, he was a mechanic before, so
okay, maybe take it to your uncle if you have that good relationship and he's pretty close. Figure out if this car is safe to drive, everything like that, if you need to put a little bit of money into it. Then what I would want you to do is sell your car and borrow the difference, which is $11,000.
Okay.
Well, your debt to income, I don't even know.
Well, one of the things that's difficult about the Scion is that it's not, like, the key's broken, so I can't start it. I can't drive it anywhere.
So that's a fix.
Yeah, but I don't know how to get it to a mechanic.
You might have to get it towed.
Yeah.
Use some of the $250, you know.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. What is the key broken?
Yeah, it was a push start.
The receptor.
It was a push start, and so when the key
there should, so even with push starts, there's a hidden place to turn?
I checked, and I looked it up. It said that there's not one.
What's your credit score? You know? On Credit Karma, what did it say when you pulled it up?
Let me check.
Yeah, are you sure the battery's not just dead?
For
the car?
Oh, yeah, like the key got ran over, so it's completely obliterated.
Oh, so it's not the button though. It's the thing you need to have with you to push.
Yes, it's the.
I don't think you need to have your toe. Yeah, just get like a locksmith or something, or just. I mean, there's places. I don't know it off the top of my head, but there's places that will.
No, yeah.
Help
So
you.
like,
I don't think you need to get the car towed for that.
One of the the reason. So it's 569. My credit score.
Okay. How are we gonna borrow? How are we gonna come up with $11,000? Because I want you to just get a 3-kid car seat. And trust me, if anyone likes to get angry at anything, any topic related, it's parents in the comment sections. They're easily the most triggered people. So if this, saw some options from a quick Google, but if that's not a possibility, trust me, they'll tell me. But if it is, also let us know so that
the ones that you saw, are they all rear facing though? Because my son, he sits forward facing.
The actual first one that I popped up was forward facing.
All of them though, because my 1-year-old can't sit forward facing.
Again, it was just the first one. Like I took a 2-second Google. Like, take 15 minutes.
Okay.
Like I think you'll find something. Oh yeah, okay. Because what I want you to do is be able to utilize the car you already have that you're already paying on, and get rid of your car and borrow the difference of 11,000 hours, or we just work our off that 11,000 hours as quick as we can.
Well, the CarMax, they have a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Wait, is it in 30 days?
Well, it hasn't been 30 days yet.
Return it tomorrow. Okay. Return it tomorrow. It's not an option. Return it tomorrow. Okay. That's not even a question. Return it tomorrow. I did not know that. That's beyond incredible. I'm crossing that off the list because you're returning it tomorrow. Do you understand me? You are returning it tomorrow.
Yes, I understand.
Like this is, and like send us proof. Take a picture at CarMax, a selfie, so we can put it in the video. Okay. If it's not in the video, she didn't do it, and then that's like, I'm very sad. Yeah. So bad news about this moment. She did not return the car or sell the car or anything like that. And it's because people around her in her life pressured her to not do so and essentially refused to allow her to do so, is kind of what we were told in summary. So very disappointing. Okay?
Yes. I just... One thing. Fuck. No, I was just going to say, so... We... Like, since my car is not working, and then if I return that car, we're not going to have
When's the 30 days done?
It should be on, like, the 20...
Have you been getting around before this car?
His parents.
You can't do that for, like, a week while you get your car checked out?
I mean, I could.
How many weeks did you do it?
It's kind of an inconvenience.
Oh, no, an inconvenience! Oh, no!
Well, because...
Oh, we can't deal with an inconvenience!
We can.
Mm-hmm.
I just... No, I was just saying, like, I wouldn't want to, but we
you wouldn't
can,
want to. I think we've learned something about your wants. And that maybe they are not the smartest or wisest to do. Okay. Y'all got to use my favorite high yield savings account where you can get up to 4.6% on your money plus FDIC insurance up to $2 million. You can also get up to $300 for signing up today. It's the personal high yield savings account that I use for my money, so don't let your money be losing money while it's just sitting there. Click in the link in the description below and get those bonuses. Your income that comes in is now your the rent of $500. Is that split between you and your boyfriend, or is that your portion?
It's split.
So you only give $250.
Yeah.
What about utilities and internet and all that?
We just pay the $250.
Okay. Now, what is the phone bill that you have to take care of after everyone else pays their portion?
It's about like $120.
And your phones are financed, aren't they?
Huh?
Your phones are financed.
Yes.
How much do you spend on the kids? Or where's the food coming from?
I buy HEB groceries.
For the children, the newly borns.
Well, they're one, so they can eat food.
Okay,
so when I buy
food.
groceries from HEB, they eat what we eat.
Okay. How much do you spend on the kiddos' food?
Well, they just like, if I make dinner, then they just eat like a smaller portion of what we're eating. So I don't buy
like baby food?
No, that's at like 6 months. They're a year, so they can eat like pretty solid
I don't
food.
know enough about that. So I'm just not going to talk about that. I don't. Ew, gross. Okay. So, I mean, I bet their portions are not huge.
No, they're not very big.
Does your boyfriend contribute to the food pile?
He just got his first paycheck, so he hasn't been, but...
Is it just you guys, or is the mother-in-law included in the food pile as well?
No, it's just us.
Okay, I'm putting $500 that you're contributing to food.
Okay.
And you're meal prepping like crazy. Use the meal prep thing we have in the budgeting class. Gas of vroom. How much do you spend?
A month, I'd probably say, because I don't do a whole lot of driving, probably just like $100.
You take the shuttle?
Yes.
And you have a brand new car. $100
yeah.
for gas? What was your car insurance again?
It's $212 a month. $212 because it's $106 every 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, it is. TP fund. Anything else needed to survive? So now I'm going medical.
No.
But you're getting medication.
Yeah, I made an appointment, but my insurance for work does cover the provider that I'm gonna go see.
Yeah, but there will be well, but that's a one-time expense. I'm just thinking of medication expenses. Let's just say like $20 a month, because I don't think it's gonna be anything crazy. Gym, anything like that?
Yes, I pay $24 a month.
Subscriptions. Anything else besides your minimum monthly debt payments, of which we've crossed off the biggest one because congratulations, it doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, for the TP fund, just like diapers and wipes and.
Yeah, let's expand it to 200 actually, to cover yourself as well in that. Sound good?
Yes.
Can't read my own handwriting sometimes. $576 for total debt payments now that the new car is gone. So what do we need to survive? Let us see from your end. And yes, I would love to see. Are all the kids with the same dude?
Yes.
Good. I'd love to see him step up a bit more. But that's not my conversation at this point. Wow. Okay. You actually break even. $2,002 to survive on a monthly basis. So you're hitting it. So you're at least making your minimum monthlies, but obviously we wouldn't make any forward progress on debt and savings that you want to do. That's also not taking well no, that 2,000 net is after. Oh, actually no. So this is exciting. What is the 401k match?
50% of the first 6%, which I don't really know what that means.
Yeah. Okay, so you take that because even the 50% return is better than anything you have here. So take that.
Okay.
Put it to that. That's your max.
Yes.
Other than that, no more contributions. And then because you're contributing 25% right now, and the 2,000 is after that 25%.
I don't think the
Is the 2,000 after that 25%?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. What?
I don't think the ESPP. I don't know if I can get out of it because it's until August. I don't know if since I'm already enrolled into it.
August is coming up pretty quick, so maybe we eat that for a bit.
Okay.
But even after that, that should give you at least a couple $100 left, and that couple $100 can start throwing at the debt. And then you're right, you should pick up another job. Absolutely.
Yeah, I actually applied to a few. I haven't heard anything back, but
yeah, it can take time, but definitely apply. It can be anything.
And I was also
I would love to see the other side step up.
Inside the car manufacturer I work at, there's a department. They're working 6 to 6, 5 days a week, so they're getting like a lot of overtime and like really good checks. Yeah, I actually talked to my supervisor about going over there, and he said he was gonna look into it for me.
That'd be sick. That'd be sick. Because really, if we can bring an extra 1,000 hours, which is a lot of money, but cutting your thing back, giving you like a few extra $100 and then working a few extra shifts somewhere else, I think you could bring in a net one extra 1,000 hours a month, which is crazy because that's 33% increase of what's bringing in net right now.
If I go over to the other department, I should be getting like over $2,000 more a month.
Well, that'd be great, but let's just be conservative and say an extra 1,000 hours a month that you can throw towards your debt. What shall we do? I want to get rid of minimum monthly payments first. So I'm immediately knocking out that collections in that first month that you have. You do have more of a safety net, so I'm not freaking out about the 1 month emergency fund as much as I normally do because you do have so many people you can lean on. As long as you're putting in the work, that's when I'm okay with leaning on people. Not when you're taking advantage of people. So you're killing that, the one with the minimum monthly payment. And then for 6 months, you're killing off the Scion. After that, really take care of the debts in any order you want from there. You're going to be negotiating collections. You're going to be calling them up like once every 2 weeks. You're going to be like, hey, all I have is $1,000 to my name. And I know I owe, or all I have is $500 to my name. I know I owe $800 for this. Accept it or don't. They'll say no, hang up. Do that every 4 months. Negotiate, pay them off in the order that you want to. And including the mother-in-law as well, because the rest are just collections. The payday loans, never take them out again. Okay. But timeline-wise, let me think. I think bringing that extra 1,000, I think a year and a half, you could be fully debt-free, which is practically nothing. You've gotten yourself in such a stupid, dark hole.
I do.
And then you are going to get another title checks credit, but if you're making more money, it's going to be a little less. But you can still utilize that to help pay off some debt, since this will take minimum 1.5 years. Then I want you to get a 6-month emergency fund. I do want you to focus on your career and whatever that looks like. Find your interest, see where you want to go, and work with the other half in some kind of couple therapy or whatever, because they need to contribute as well. I'd love to see you guys off on your own at some point. Not that you have to be, again, if the other people want that and everything. I just don't want you to forcefully lean on others. Yeah. But I think it's a year and a half before you get out of debt. It could be 2 years, 2 years and a quarter, 6-month emergency fund, and 2 years and a quarter. Which is actually really, really, really good compared to a lot of people who come on this show. So you do have a path out. You just need to follow this budget right here. This budget is going to be critical for you to follow. And, of course, go through the budgeting class and sit down on a monthly basis and figure out what you spent, when you need to adjust. Figure it out, because you might be able to do less on groceries. You might be able to do less on TP fund. You'll have more wiggle room. You need to adjust this retirement thing. And with that, it's just discipline. Yes, talk to the doctor about medication, but don't look for these external tools. Think about yourself. What can you do? That's what's critical from here. So,
okay, yeah, I'm gonna give it my best this time, because I really do want my kids to have a bright future. Yeah,
if not for you, for them, because they did not choose to be born. Spending a budget that was absolutely ridiculous. You just blew money. 0 out of 10. Debt, you have collections. 0 out of 10. Emergency fund, you have nothing. 0 out of 10. Retirement, you actually have like a few $1,000 in there.
Yeah.
25. I'm going to give you it's weird. Okay, I'm going to bring it a little down because most of it's in an individual riskier stock. So 3 out of 10. Real estate, nothing. 0 out of 10. That is going to be a hammer financial score of 0.5 out of 10. Make sure to stick around for the post show here and check out all the resources linked in the description below, as they are what I use or would use in specific situations, including the best budgeting program in the history of the internet. Today on the Financial Audit Post Show.
I don't really like Lord of the Rings.
What
the first movie is
we were
fucking
joking
boring.
About him getting laid off, but I think you're like legitimately fired now.
I'm sorry, the first movie is so boring. One fucking scene, it's so boring.
To watch the Financial Audit Post Show, click the join button below.